Hi guys, today we're going to look at cones. I have my book out right here in this giant book of doom. And I'm going to try not to move my paper around too much because that would be helpful. And according to this book, and there's like a couple of pages in here where it talks about different things with the book. So, or the different things of the cone in general. And then here they started out with a right triangle. So I'm just going to use this because it seems like my easiest option because I can't find my protractor thing. So we're just going to draw a line this way and a line this way. And then they have the same kind of thing this way. So those should be about the same. Let me see. So from 0 to 2. Okay, so we're going to line it up with the 2. And then we're just going to make it this way from, so like so. Probably should sharpen that, but not right now. And then, by the looks of it, so they have this little thing here. So this, in the book they have like this round thing, but it's really just a right triangle. And it's doubled. So then this would like sweep around and make the ellipse, right? And then on here they have so this would be that way, so this would just, I'm assuming, well, if I line it up with the bottom here, that would help, huh? There. And wrong way. Well, that actually wouldn't be the wrong way, would it? Okay, so that's the top. And now it's lined up with that one on this line, if I can make sure that's straight. Yes, I'm using a ruler because I suck, apparently. Apparently I suck with a ruler too. I probably should have made that taller, huh? Lining it up with the bottom. Finding the end. Okay, so now they're crossed there at the middle up here. It's close enough. And then the ellipse is here. I'm just going to check on the book because it doesn't really say, but it looks like, okay, so in the book it's 7 millimeters by 4 millimeters. Oh, okay. Is that also here? And this one it's 7, 5. So I guess it's a little shorter on the inside one based on what I'm seeing in the book. So this would be, okay. Then this is kind of off at a bit of an angle this way. And then this is rounded out around this. This is just looking from the book directly. And then of course it would be the same back here, right? Just like with the cylinder. And then this would be the same. This would be 90 degrees with that line, I'm guessing. That's what it looks like in the book. And then they have, so this looks pretty close to what's in the book. So it's not too horrible. Just gonna clean that top part there up a bit. And find my pen, which is somewhere. There it is. Promise my pen is somewhere. Okay, so this one connects up here. And that one connects down there. And then this is the ellipse. But we don't want both sides, so it's just the one. which is pretty interesting in my opinion. And then they also have this like sideways view, which appears to be built kind of the same way. So they have like, but now they start off with this like in the middle, like the ellipse first. So I'm guessing you would, but then how to make sure you have the ellipse the proper way? I'm guessing so they kind of have like a rectangle. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly draw in like a little rectangle. And then they have their ellipse inside the rectangle. Where it's touching all the sides on the edges. And then, stop closing. And then that is kind of cut in half. But then this is where they have the 90-degree angle coming off of that one in the middle. And I'm kind of guessing here, but so like so. And then they just have these connected to the end of the ellipse. So like the edge of the ellipse. So okay, pen. It looks right. It just, I'm a little slow at making it. Like, I don't think I've done these since maybe junior high or elementary school. But even then, it wasn't like an accurate kind of construction. It was just draw a triangle and put a circle at the bottom. I know my hand is shaking. Wonderful. Close enough. I'm pretty happy with that. It doesn't really show how to do them like the opposite way, like if the cone was facing away from us. But I'm guessing that would be kind of like a similar. I'm guessing that would be kind of similar then. It would be like. I'm just trying stuff out now because I don't know for sure. But I want to try. So here's a little circle or the little square. But if it was facing away from us a lot, it would be more of a square, a circle, right? So it wouldn't be so much of a rectangle. It would be more of a circle. Well, this is just trying to figure out ideas here on how this might work. Yeah. Okay. And then splitting this in half, probably a bit more up, I would guess. It would still be kind of a right angle because it looks like it's a right angle in all of them. And then these would just cross where they cross off into the distance, right? It was so cross there at that point. But we wouldn't really see all of this, I don't think. Well, maybe we would. I am pressing so hard. I need to stop doing that. Maybe we would. And I guess with the shading, it would make more sense. So if it was... So if this was... If the light was coming from here, then obviously this part back here would be darker and the front would be fine. But I wouldn't really know how to shade that. And I'm still looking into this whole like reflective shading thing, because I don't remember any of that from when I was a kid. I know we talked about it in high school art or something, but I don't really remember it. But then there was something interesting in the book. I'm going to show you guys the picture, where it talks about the shading. So like this is a circle, but it's a cone, and the light is hitting it this way, so it's a completely different way of seeing the cone. But the way that they shaded it, where the light's hitting it, and then it gets darker this way, and then the shadow behind it. So it looks like they shade it like out in like a fan pattern, which I think is kind of cool. And it does show that it has to be like fairly straight and things like that. And then in here they also have like, where's my pencil I was using? So they also have something similar to this one, but then like it's cut off. Like here, kind of like this, and that is, and then that is, where it's cut off is kind of like an ellipse on its own, which kind of looked interesting too. I want to try and do that. So I'm going to look. And then I'm going to look at the, like, how do you call it? Then I'm going to look at the, oh, words. Why can't I remember words today? They're totally gone out of my head. Well, I guess it must not be that important. I'm gonna have to measure this, but that's okay. So then this one is almost at 2. That one is almost at, yeah. So I'll just make this one a little longer. It's fine. Okay. Then we have our meeting up at the top up there. I'm just lining it up on this line because that line I know is straight. Been trying to be really careful when I when I make these, break them up. I just don't want to waste so much paper. So it's kind of better to break it up a bit when I'm doing these practice things, because I need to be able to have that organization on my stuff. And I can see that it's off a tiny bit, but we'll just do this. Okay. So then they have their little ellipse again. Which is nice. Then on this one, they kind of have it cut like this. And then the ellipse is inside here, like so. So I guess as long as you stay within the parameters of that triangle, then it would be okay. But it just gives us like a different shape using the cone. I don't even know, what would that be called? Does anybody know? Because that would be kind of cool to know what that was called. I didn't quite look it up. I just figured I would try it because I saw it in the book. So it would look like that. And then I guess this angle changes, and this would change depending on how much of it was bended and how much of it was cut off, I guess, right? But then the other ways that I remember how to do these, there are other ways that I remember how to do these. And that was very similar to how we did the cylinders. At least that's what I remember from school, kind of. But we never really did much with these. And that was just like kind of the same thing that we did with the triangles, where we would have make our little triangle without the ruler, and then draw our little ellipse thing, and that's how we would do them at school. Or we would do them kind of the same thing, where we would do break them in half this way, and like we did with the cylinders, where one side would be the same side as the other side. But I don't know, I kind of think these make it easier to be able to turn them and move them how we want them. And then I want to try that shading technique with the circle. But do I want to draw a circle is the question. Drawing a circle, yes or no? Probably. Let's try. Maybe I have something I can use to draw a circle. That's too big. It was a thought. Wait, I have my daughter's compass. She was using it for something for math. I'm just gonna do it here. Lightly if I can, because no, don't move. Do not move. Jeez. I'm always so bad with these ones. I never really got any good at doing these ones. But now they have all this stuff on the computer now, right? So everything is in like GeoGebra or GeoGebra, and they don't actually have to draw them anymore. At least not very often. Okay, so now we have a little circle. And I'm going to cut it in half. And in half again. So it's like 3, 4. So that would be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1.5. So it would be this one. There. And then from the edge to there. So that is the half. Okay. So that would be our point. And if we want the light to come from down here like they have in the book, then this would be our shading. I'm probably going to do this a lot on repeat, just because I think practice is a good important thing to do. We all need practice. Even professional artists practice and have sketchbooks and work on ideas, but they still try to learn new stuff, right? And I kind of remember some of this stuff, but it's just a matter of trying to relearn it properly, or at least as properly as I can on my own. And I'm guessing if this was standing up, then this also shows us that if this was like a completely standing up thing, and we were doing this from, say, like here, for instance, then there would be like a part of this here that would not be even at the top. There wouldn't be anything there. So this would all be filled in. And there would be nothing in this little section here coming down. And it would be the same on this, and yeah, I'm probably going to erase that and redo that better. But let's see. And this would just get like slightly darker as it moved away from the light, right? So it would just get darker the further back it went. I mean, yeah, okay. I'd probably do better at this if I like was taking my time and like turning my paper and stuff. But for right now, we'll just leave it. And I also need to get it around the edge down there, but just want to check. Yeah, so it does just get continuously darker the further back it goes. So it would just get like darker and darker. And then the shadow, it looks like it starts just outside of the point where the light is hitting it. So if the light is hitting here, then it kind of starts right outside of the point where the light's hitting. And it would just, and it's the same on this side. And then this would be obviously darker the closer it is to the cone. And it would still be dark, but it would be darker closer to the cone. And then this part here, at the very tip of the cone, seems to be very dark and get slightly lighter as it moves down around this part. Which is interesting. I'm probably gonna have to play with this a lot because, like I said, it's kind of a newer concept to me anyway. If I'm wrong on any of this, can like somebody just let me know down below. That would be awesome. But I hope this was kind of helpful if there was anybody that didn't already know how to do this and was interested. If you guys try this, I'd love for you guys to show me. You can tag me up on Instagram at After40Art. And I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a good day. Bye.